Hello and welcome to this video on how to process string variables in RPA Designer. To better understand the methods, let's dive into this example, which requires us to obtain the date information in the file name. All we have is the file path of this workbook. Now, let's use Cyclone RPA Designer to develop the process. First, let's design the steps of the processing. Step 1, we will use substring function to get the part before the dot, and the rest should be discarded. Now we can develop this step in Designer. First, we create a new flow and change the flow name to string processing. Then add a variable in this flow. Change the variable name to raw_string. And type in the initial value. Make sure to translate a single slash into 2 slashes due to escaping rules. Then, to get the part before the dot, we need to first locate the dot in the entire string. So, we need to go to Function Library, Data Processing, String Processing, and find String. Double-click to insert this node. For string, we have raw string. For find the goal, type in the dot. And for find method, we choose not support wildcard because we want accurate results. For output, we get the location of the dot, so we can name it dot location and create it using Shift and Enter. Then we can get the substring we want. Insert a substring node. We need to process the raw string. The starting index is 0, meaning that the substring starts from the first character of the string, and the ending index is the dot location we just found. For the string fragment we get, we can name it fragment1. Press Shift and Enter to add the variable. To check if these two nodes can work properly, we can use a node called Output Information to Console. We can insert one and set the displayed information to fragment1, which is the substring we just got. Hit Debug and we can see the result is as intended. Next, in step 2, we need to split the substring by underscore, which results in 4 new strings in the form of an array. Click the plus button to insert a new node. Here, we need the split string node. The configuration is similar. We need to specify the string that needs to be processed, which is fragment1 in this case, and the separator, which is an underscore. For the maximum number of items reserved, we don't have to change it. Finally, the output is an array. We can name it fragments_array. Then we can perform another output check. Just change the displayed information to fragments array and hit Debug. The result shows that we have successfully separated the substring into an array. Next, in the final step, we need to obtain the element we want in this array. The array generated in the last step has many elements, so we need to acquire the length of this array before we can find the location of the data information. insert a getArraysLength node. And set the input array to fragment array. The output number can be named fragment array length. Then we can acquire the element we want. As the date information is the last element in the array, its location should be the length of the array minus 1. So we insert a getArraysElement node. The input array is fragment array, and the target element is fragment array length minus 1. For output, we can name it date and set the variable type to string. If we want to check the output, we can again use the output information to console node. We can see that the date information has been split from the file name. In fact, the array we got in this example is quite short, with only 3 elements. So, to make the process more concise, we can skip the getArraysLength node and just type in the specific element index in getArraysElements node. We want the last element, so we can type in minus 1. Likewise, if we want the second to last element, we can type in minus 2. This improved process can still generate the output we want. And that concludes this video on string processing. Thanks for watching and see you next time.